Good afternoon from Maybach-Ufer in Berlin. Yeah, I'm on a street near a canal called Landwehr Canal, and it's the delimitation between Neukölln and Kreuzberg. So I'm basically in Neukölln, technically, but really it's one of the most poshest part of Neukölln possible. So yeah, I love this street, Maybach-Ufer. And now, every afternoon actually, not only now, there are fairs and people selling stuff on the side of the road. A lot of good stuff actually. And I'm gonna show you how this street really looks like. So yeah, follow me. So yeah, every day in the afternoon, especially in the warm season, you have this kind of stuff on this street. And the canal, the navigation canal is somewhere over there. It's kind of blocked by all this, let's say, food stalls and people selling stuff on the side of the road. A lot of fast food of different origin. A lot of people playing music, as you can see. And yeah, there's a lot to buy. Most things are kind of useful, but not all of them. Yeah. Also a lot of trinkets that you can't really do anything with, but anyway. So all kinds of specialities for different parts of the world, more or less. A lot of nice people as well. A lot of cool people. A lot of cool people which are really, really cool, but also a lot of cool people who are, let's say, cool for the sake of it, or just because it's in fashion. So, well, it always has been in fashion. So, what can I say? So yeah, the fair is kind of ending right here, but I'm not here for the fair. Actually, because Maybach-Ufer, it's a place really worth visiting. As you can see. How it used to look like. And we're going towards the east, more exactly. We're still on the banks of the canal, on the Landwehr Canal. Landwehr Canal being what you see over there. Yeah, beneath that brush, there's a navigation canal. And the buildings are getting better and better as we go a bit towards the east. Of course, outside the times of this fair, there are a lot of little bars, little shops, little pizza places. You know, it's a bit indie, a bit handmade kind of vibe, but also very nice buildings. You'll see over here. And besides all these restaurants and bars, you have also supermarkets, so you can do your shopping. You have a lot of places to buy cheap food, cheap products, like Aldi, Lidl, and also Edeka. So on the street we're going to have an Aldi, a Lidl, and an Edeka in a straight line. So what more could you want? But yeah, this is a place that shows you why Berlin is so livable. Of course, we have also little wine shops, antique stores, and you have every odd second-hand clothing store. So, yeah. And people using the bicycle so much for some reason. I don't know. It's for health and fitness, I guess. Not because they can't afford anything else. I hope so, at least. And yeah, I forgot, it's eco-friendly as well. What am I thinking? Yeah? And the street goes that way, and we're just gonna see, because you see the Aldi sign, really big. And you also have the insane and the mentally ill walking about among us. Right. Of course, we have these little restaurants that imitate Paris in a way, because all the seats are kind of like from Paris, like a Paris cafe. And you have the Spätis, the omnipresent Spätis in Berlin, which are little kiosks that you can buy mostly drinks, cigarettes, also chips, biscuits, whatever, this kind of stuff. And again, the buildings are more refurbished on this side of Neukölln. Well, it's technically Neukölln, as I just told you, but Kreuzberg, it's on the other side of the canal where the red brick building is. So that's Kreuzberg, this is Neukölln. So we're on the border. So there are parts of Kreuzberg that look much more disastrous than this. And this doesn't look really disastrous at all. Well, right. A lot of people barging in and putting their face inside the camera. Well, in front of the camera, sorry. In front of the camera. But for some reason, I just avoid them. I know the reason, don't worry. So yeah, buildings are getting a bit more modern. And you're going to see just behind this kind of supermarket complex that you see in front of us, with Aldi, Lidl and Edeka, there are new developments and new things like that. So pretty good, I would say. And this place is kind of bustling right now at this time of the day, but in the mornings and the evening it's like dead quiet. Dead quiet, people are minding their own business, doing the shopping, whatsoever. And also on the canal, on that side basically, there are little places, little balconies with benches where you can sit and admire the canal and the water in peace and quiet. For example, this place on my left. So you see the benches, and this is the balcony. It's kind of a balcony, as you see. It's a big balcony though. And this is the canal. Of course, people play music everywhere. It's a very happy, hippie atmosphere, which is quite nice. Why not? If they don't hurt anybody, then it's fine. But yeah, I was telling you about the Aldi, Lidl and Edeka stuff. Well, you have it right here. There you go, this is the Aldi. This is the Lidl, basically. So it's apparently a very fair competition because they're both kind of discount retailers. So there you go. And I was telling you about the new developments, the new real estate developments, which are not quite new but kind of newish, are these things behind. Of course, the Lidl has a nice parking lot. And those are the new things. How much would the 2-bedroom apartment cost here? Well, to rent probably around 1,100 euros. Not more than this. This is the price of the area, because we're kind of in the center but just a little bit outside the center. A little bit, like at the border with the center. So in the center is about 1,200 euros. Here we're talking about maybe 1,100. And these are not like 50 square meters, they're probably around 80 square meters or 90 square meters. So we're talking about some serious surface here. And yeah, the third one is the Edeka. This is the Edeka. Edeka is kind of a bit more posh, more, let's say, exclusive. But price-wise, it's about 10-20 cents per item more, no more than that. And some items are actually the same price as the Aldi or Lidl. Trust me. So you save things, but you save money, but actually don't really save that much money if you buy only from Lidl and not from Edeka. Maybe very little. But when little matters, then of course you need to do it. And yeah, and my Ufer is finishing just like in 100 meters, but you'll see that all the adjacent streets, like this one, Nansenstrasse, we're in Nansenstrasse, have little bars and also little cinemas, as you can see over there on my left. There we go, that's the kino, the cinema. And yeah, that was my Bakofer. I think my Bakofer or my Bakerofer. I have to double check, it doesn't really matter. So yeah, subscribe to the channel, click the notification bell, and you'll be notified whenever I'm posting something new, of course, if you're interested as well. And you know the drill. So far so good. So what? Bye bye.